Live? Is this happening?
I don't know.
We
it says you are live.
I just gotta make sure I go back to our
because I'm live.
No, we are live.
Oh, we are live?
Yes. They have like a little bit of a delay, like a 10-second delay. So we're just gonna wait and see. Our internet is still going strong.
Oh, we are live?
Yes. Okay, hold on. They have turn that off so you guys don't get an echo. Hi everybody, how are you doing? Happy Wednesday. I'm Wendy.
I'm Dustin.
And we're here, Movie Couple Live!
Yay!
Oh my gosh. So this is the first time I'm trying this new platform. You guys can see there's like a little banner. This is not us trying to be professional. This is just my Virgo-ness coming out because we're in quarantine. There was nothing else to do. So I figured let's do a bunch of research.
Try some new stuff out.
And take notes, make banners and whatever. So hi, thank you for joining. Welcome. Happy Wednesday again. And real quick update.
Happy April Fools.
Oh my God. It's honestly, it doesn't even feel like, I feel like I'm stuck in this like cycle of like you wake up and it's just a day. So we have like today, tomorrow, and yesterday. Those are my days. Like numbers, the calendar doesn't mean a thing. Weather doesn't really matter. Well, it matters a little bit because my allergies get really bad. So I do have to check the weather and when I go outside. But yeah, there's a little note that I put in the chat where I was like, okay, so we might lose the internet for a little bit. Hopefully not. But I think Dustin confirmed we seem to be okay. So we have new neighbors moving in. Are you trying to cross your
Trying to cross your fingers, you know?
And they're getting their internet installed today, and which is like such a headache. Like I hate moving.
Oh,
I hate moving so much. And we were worried that like, because he's like, oh, I can't find the wire, and I'm like, just don't touch whatever wire is ours.
Don't touch our internet.
Don't touch it. I will sick Falcor and Navi after you, two little fluffy white balls. They'll scare the living daylights out of you. So, oh, happy almost birthday, Paul.
Happy birthday, almost.
Happy almost birthday. So that's one of the things that we were kind of worried about. Was like, please nothing happen. But so far, knock on wood, we are all good. So hopefully we'll have a flawless internet for today's stream. And we also wanted to give you a little bit of like an life. I wanted to say live. I lost
a little bit of a heads up. A little bit of a wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Life update and channel update. As you guys know, we're in LA. We're in LA County. So basically, we can't go to our workplaces because that's a no-no. We have a lot more time on our hands, which somehow we were in bed
Still,
last
the days go by incredibly fast.
Yeah, the days are going by super fast. And at the same time, I was looking through my Google Calendar and I was like, how is it that I am not working and my calendar is still full? How? So we're going to tell you kind of why we're still busy. So we are going to take this time to really bring you guys a lot more content, which is something that we've wanted to do for a very long time. And if there's no better time than now, because we're literally the only time we go out is to walk the dogs, and that's it.
Pretty much. And, maybe every couple of weeks, like every 2 weeks, we go out to restock on food. But it's like one of those things like, no, we're not going out until we have that last cup of noodles. There's no other food in the house. Okay, now we have to go out and get food.
We've resorted back to mac and cheese, those 99-cent boxes of Kraft mac and cheese and ramen noodles, just like good old college days. And you know what? This is a sorry, not sorry moment, because I love those. And I don't care if they're not like healthy. Look, we're not eating only that. We have real food. If you follow my personal Instagram, which is just at Wendy Lee Zaney, I try to post as much of our cooking as possible, which has been a lot of fun, cooking and baking and trying to figure out what kind of food we're making. But yes, for content, you are going to see more live streams. We aren't going to be able to do daily. There was a poll not too long ago on the Movie Couple Twitter, and I asked, kind of you guys' opinion on how much you would like to see us stream. And a lot of you said, I think that was the highest vote, was whenever you can. And Dustin,
more live stream.
Yeah. And Dustin and I kind of talked about it, and we feel that 2 times a week to start is a really, really good start. I don't want to start with some sort of like an impossible schedule.
Well, twice a week is still a big amount.
Yeah, it's still a big amount. So we are looking at specifically a Wednesday stream that you're watching today, and a Saturday stream, which you guys have been. We've done 2 of those now, so there'll be a 3rd one this Saturday. So we'll kind of cover. It's okay. There we go. We'll kind of cover like movie topics and industry news and
whatever movie news there is.
There could be on Wednesdays, and then Saturday is just kind of like there's no structure. Come and hang out with us. We're going to continue to play Mad Libs on Saturdays, just a general catch up. And this Saturday, you might want to join because there will be another digital movie giveaway. So that is what we are going to be doing this Saturday. But for today, we're going to talk about Tiger King. Well, I titled it in the banner, The Tiger Queen Bites Back. We're going to talk a little bit about Carole Baskin. We're going to talk about more movie delays and so much more. So that's kind of it for our live/channel update. So if you guys want to help support us through this time, subscribe to our YouTube channel, join in on the streams when you can. I know everybody's got a schedule. Even if you're quarantined at home, you still have a schedule and things to do. Watch our videos, like our videos, share our videos. And for some of my other side endeavors, because I don't have enough on my plate and I need to do more. Some of you guys know this, but I have a geek fashion blog called Geek and Glitter, and that's something that I've been working on for a little while, and it's just www.geekandglitter.com, and you can just see that in the banner below there.
What's on the side?
Vanna White, thank you. And it just covers all my favorite things: makeup, beauty, fashion, geek lifestyle. That's all there. And there's also a podcast that accompanies kind of the website, and just recently I did an episode. I've done a couple episodes with Dustin. Emma Fife's been on some of the episodes. Kim Horcher has been on. Grace Hancock, Alicia.
Kim Horcher was on the last one, right?
Yeah, she was actually just on the last one because I figured out finally how to like do it remotely and get a crisp sound. The problem was that her audio came through great. It was flawless. Mine was the one that was an issue because my mic somehow didn't connect and it used a different mic that I didn't want it to use, but it didn't happen during the test run. So I don't know. So if you guys want to check out Geek and Glitter, that's the website right there. And then for the podcast, it's available anywhere: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, wherever you get your podcasts. So you can, just kind of follow us there and here and do all that good stuff. Okay, so do you have anything else to add? Do you want to jump into our first topic?
Let's jump on into our first topic of the day.
So we're going to talk about some Tiger King drama. I don't know if you guys have all been watching Tiger King, but it is like...
It's kind of like the talk of it's the talk of Netflix nowadays.
Everybody's talking about it. All the celebrities are fighting over who's going to play what part.
And I've been flipping through Facebook. Some people have been doing like cosplay as Joe Exotic.
Yeah.
And it is hilarious to see some of the costumes that people have put together for Tiger King.
Yeah, it's been really, really cool to kind of see how it's like blown up. And I think just... pure coincidence, I think, because it was always scheduled to be released around this time, and it's just that no one's able to like really go out and do anything. So everybody is watching Tiger King, and I just was not expecting how much drama surrounded.
Yeah,
that's the big cat people.
Well, not just that, but how much drama it turned into as well.
Yeah.
You expect to be like, okay, you're gonna hear about these different personalities and their life in raising big cats, but then you just get into so much of the infighting and the what is that called when like you just sit there sipping your tea, sip the tea, all the drama, the backstabbing, the infighting, the just all the different drama that happens in this show it's a nice little escapism
because it's truly like in its own way more dramatic than kind of what we're going through in a really weird way because there's like murder, arson, backstabbing, setup, all this. It's insane. So I've been reading just some articles and I have some notes here, so I'm just going to look down and read from it. But according to the Wrap, Carole Baskin, who is the owner and the face of Big Cat Rescue, she is not happy with how the docuseries came out. She's calling it sensational. She's calling it salacious. And she said that this was not what she was originally pitched. And she kind of called out the show director and creator, saying that it was like she felt like there was a bait and switch, and she thought that originally it was going to be like a big cat documentary like Blackfish. Do you guys remember Blackfish?
Yeah, about the killer whales.
Yeah, Telecom, and how like it was treated across sea parks, and I think it like showed a lot of like I think SeaWorld was the one that it was showed in the documentary. It's been a while since I saw
bet
it.
What she had thought, or what she was planning on it being, is
this is speculation, not
Carol
true.
Baskin. She is this Baskin. Look at this beacon of hope in our community, and look at these other two dumps of places. And she wanted to be lifted up while the other two get shot down, and it didn't turn out that way.
No.
And now she's a little upset about it.
Yeah, she's a little upset about it because, you know, I think in her head it was a whole different thing. It was like going to be for the cats, and she truly believes that she's doing great things for the cats. And I'm not saying she's not, but it's like, in a way, they kind of all, in my opinion, kind of
they all add to the problem.
Sight on exactly why they started out doing this in the first place.
Yes.
And it became like a little like stupid competition between the three. It's kind of like, shouldn't it have been about cats, you know, the cats in the first place? But in an interview with LA Times, the show creator said that Carol's participation was not coerced. And in the show, she talked about very personal stuff, her personal life, the abuse that she got from her first and second husband. They even talked about her third husband, Don Lewis, who disappeared all the way back in 1997. So
disappeared.
Right. So now that like all of that is out, and this docuseries was filmed probably over years, you know, I feel like things probably took a turn as they capture these people every day, and they're thinking, this is like so much more than the cats.
Well, and the fact of the matter is that how much of it was already videotaped and documented and having footage and had all of this material already. And they're like, this is great.
Yeah.
We can film what we need.
Yeah.
And then we'll have all of this other footage that's fresh and available, and kind of like we're able to take this and show, hey, this is what we filmed. And then this is what is already out there, kind of a thing. And this just seems like one of those perfect storms where you have all of these personalities. You already have all of this other story and drama that's out there on videotape. And then you come in, we're from Netflix. And I'm sure all three of them. The only one that seemed to hold back was Doc.
Oh, I have a fun tidbit on Doc.
But everyone else, they're like, oh, the camera's on me. Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And my first husband. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, and this time and then he's like, and then
especially Joe Exotic.
Joe Exotic, you put him on any kind of camera in front of him at any time, he just starts just vomiting up all of this. Just constantly talking. Verbal diarrhea. And probably with Carol, once the camera got on her, I'm sure she's just constantly talking about all of the drama in her life, and then all of the things that happened. And then the cameras went off, and they're like, it's kind of like, oh, shouldn't have told you that.
Yeah. I think, honestly, what she was probably thinking of kind of coming forward with her personal relationships and the abuse from her ex-husbands was to kind of say, you know, you can have gone through all this and still do this. I feel like that was maybe trying to be relatable. Like, I'm not from this like prestigious family or whatever. Like, you can build something from nothing. I think that's what she kind of, the message she was hoping to get across. It unfortunately didn't happen. So if you guys, I'm trying to read some of the comments as we're going through this. If you haven't watched Tiger King yet, I swear to you, watch it. It is definitely not boring. You're going to end up binging, because that's what exactly happened. And then I said a second ago that I have a little tidbit on Doc Antle.
Oh.
So this is just a very random fun fact. But do you guys remember, I think it was either the 2000 or 2001 VMAs, when Britney Spears performed I'm a Slave for You, and she's got this gorgeous outfit on. They put this like jungle setting kind of on stage, and there were live animals. That's when she had the python draped over her, and she did a little dance with it, very iconic. In the very beginning, before she performed, she was in this rotating cage, and she goes, bah! And she opens the thing. She's like, oh, people look at me like I'm a little girl. And there was a tiger. Sorry. Falcor is coughing a little bit. He's got a heart condition, so he coughs sometimes. Nothing to be alarmed. This happens a lot. But just in case you guys aren't used to hearing it, that's what it was. So she did her thing, and there was a tiger, and a very long-haired and younger Doc Antle was there in the cage with Britney Spears with a tiger.
That'd be 19 years ago. So
oh my gosh. And fast forward, next year, whatever year, maybe 2001 or 2000, at the VMAs, they cut to Britney Spears sitting in the audience. Guess who's sitting next to her? Carol Baskin from Big Cat Rescue.
Really?
Like,
I did not know that.
Okay.
Aww.
Aw.
Poor Falky.
Sorry about that. But yeah, like small world.
Yeah. Well, and I'm assuming that there's not very many people in the world that you can go to that has, you know, a little bit of a reputable reputation to be able to get, if you need like
Specific
a tiger
tigers.
or a big kind of animal for your movie or for your performance.
Yeah.
There's only a few people that you can really go to. And I think the big three were Joe Exotic, Doc, and Carol. At
least at the time.
Yeah.
And
well, now they're the big names.
Well, now everyone it's kind of like, do you even want to get involved?
Yeah, true.
I don't know. How much do you want an exotic animal in your music video?
Because something that Wendy pointed out to me that I didn't know was in the documentary, there's this time when one of Joe Exotic's buildings catch on fire and there were some crocodiles.
The source came from a Reddit thread that somebody else told me about. So, I can't be the source, but I did tell you about it.
So take this with a grain of salt. But the fact that those crocodiles that were in that building that died belonged to Michael Jackson.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, wow, they just glazed allegedly.
Allegedly. So, but they definitely glazed over and you're like, what? So, okay, last thing about the Tiger King drama. If you've watched it, then you know all about Don Lewis, and this is Carol Baskin's third husband, who people were speculating that she has something to do with his disappearance.
Yeah, because this is also the husband that she got all of her millions of dollars and started the Big Cat Rescue with.
So because of how much of a hot topic Don Lewis has been, inside the docuseries, this actually prompted one of the sheriffs from Florida, I think it was like Hillsborough County from what I read, to start to ask for new leads in this cold case. So it's like, I wonder, like, what are you guys thought on this? Because this happened back in 1997. We're now in 2020. That was a long time ago. I mean, I would love nothing more to like know and hear about the new leads of this. But do you, in your opinion, do you think it's like plausible at all?
I don't think. I think they're gonna. The big problem is that I think for the first couple of months of them reopening this cold case and them asking for leads, is that they're going to just get a whole bunch of people that have watched the Netflix documentary, and they're just, it's just going to be this long line of conspiracy theories or just BS because they want to be heard by someone in authority. Yeah. So they're going to have to they're going to have to shovel through a lot of BS in order to get to maybe that one little nugget that they can lead to, oh, we have some new evidence actually. Yeah. Kind of thing. And they've already had this big push because what is it? Joe Exotic pushed a lot. You know, if anyone has any information that leads to the arrest, not even to the conviction, but the arrest, I'll give you $10,000. Oh,
yeah, that's right. Oh, my God.
And he pushed it. And there was actually money behind it. Yeah. So, you know, you never know. And the same thing kind of happened, too, with the Making a Murderer. When that came out.
Making a Murderer, right. That's right.
They wanted to dive into the case again. Yeah. But it sounds, from what I remember, nothing really came of it.
Yeah.
So
I think you're right.
I'm kind of like, there's probably nothing going to come of it. Yeah. The sheriff is probably like, hey, I can drum up some good publicity. So people think that I'm doing things that are relevant. Yeah. Kind of a thing, which is a good play on his part. But overall, I don't think it's 20 years old in a missing person.
What I would love is for some of my favorite murder podcasts to talk about the Don Lewis case. So I want to hear my favorite murder talk about it. Last Podcast on the Left.
Do they do disappearances though? I think they only do murders.
They've added some.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much, and like it's kind of you can kind of count it within the same bubble, and I would love that. Before we move on to the next topic, I want to go through some of you guys' comments because I'm seeing a lot. By the way, thank you guys all for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. We're excited to be doing this with you. A lot of people are asking what we're watching on Disney Plus. We have been watching, obviously, Clone Wars is one. Some of the
Ahsoka Tano.
Ahsoka Tano, she's back. Yes, finally.
Former Padawan, Ahsoka Tano.
Yeah. we're on Friday gonna we're gonna watch Onward because I saw it, but I have not seen it yet. Hasn't seen it yet. Super excited. So we're definitely gonna go see that. And I'm seeing some comments about the live action Mulan. Now, it was supposed to be released on March 27th, but because of COVID, we saw Disney push, I mean, not just Disney, but all movie studios push everything they have either back, you know, for a later date for theatrical release or go on streaming. I don't think Mulan's going to hit streaming. They've worked very hard on this movie. Yeah. I did get to do a set visit, and you can find the articles on Collider.com if you want to go and read about my experience there. It was absolutely gorgeous. They had a set in China, and then they had a set in New Zealand, which is a set I got to visit, and it was incredible. And the cinematography alone was so pretty that I would hate for people to not be able to see the landscape. By just that alone, I think is worth a theatrical release. But because the movie got pushed back, I actually the embargo date is pushed back, so I can't really. I can't review the movie in any shape or form. I did tweet out my reaction after seeing it at the premiere, because they did actually premiere it, and then afterwards Hollywood was like, "We're shutting down. We're shutting down for safety of everyone." Is that I think it's a really interesting take on the animated classic, and it kind of took a life of its own, but still giving you those same similar beats that you really, really want to still see. So there is still like the comical moments that you have with, for example, like a lot of the soldiers that she's in training with, like all those scenes for the majority of the movie, you know, she spends a lot of time with those soldiers. Yeah. And there were a lot of like funny camaraderie moments, I guess you would call it. So those are still in there. And I want to say all the actors did a really freaking fantastic job. Yifei is incredible. She can really do anything. I was about to start counting like who I really liked, and then I was like, okay, really love Jason Scott Lee, really love Gung Lee, really love Donnie Yen, really enjoy Zima, really. It's kind of like, you know what, the cast, the performances, it's top notch, and I'll save my thoughts for when I am actually able to talk about it, and by then, hopefully, you guys will have to see the film. Okay, let me just make sure I'm not missing any more comments, but. Oh, you know what? Another documentary that you guys might want to see if you have HBO Now or HBO Go. I don't know what the difference is between the two. They're
the same thing. Oh, I think it's just that on different kinds of platforms on where you can actually see them. Oh, kind of thing.
Got it. McMillions is definitely one you should check out.
McMillions? Oh, yeah.
That's on the Monopoly.
I actually haven't gotten to see that yet, but I saw bits and pieces of it.
Yes, love for Jet Li. Yes, love for Jet Li. Sorry, he's the emperor, and he's the smaller part, but yes, he's great. Hi, Adam.
Hey, how's it going, man?
So yes, okay, that's kind of our thoughts on some of those, and then let's move on to our next topic, which is kind of like a fun little thing that I decided to put in here. Let's talk about the Ninja Turtles movie, live action. It's been 30 years since hitting theaters. I remember seeing this on screen, and I was obviously very young 30 years ago, and I did not speak English very well then, so I kind of had to guess what was happening, but I still absolutely loved it because I love turtles. What do you remember about this movie?
I grew up on Ninja Turtles. I mean, as soon as Ninja Turtles came out for toys and for kids, I was all over that because, I mean, I remember when I was really young, I had to go, I was a part of a test at UCLA, and in order to get me to go to these tests when I'm really little, my mom would bribe me with, if you go, I'll buy you a Ninja Turtle toy. So I had everything. I had the Ninja Turtle van. I had all the Ninja Turtles. I had some of the most obscure Ninja Turtle toys, and they all, of course, got in some shape or form destroyed.
Okay. Back when you were young, who was your favorite turtle?
Oh, I think Leonardo. Leonardo, because he was always the strong leader, and of course he had two katanas out. So technically, they're not katanas; they're a different kind of sword, but I don't remember the name of them. Okay. But to wield two swords, and he was always my favorite. I always loved Mikey, and I wish I was as smart as Donatello. Kind of thing.
For today, would you say your favorite is still Leo, or has it changed?
I would have to say it would still be Leonardo. But I have to admit, Mikey has grown more because I have a friend that is pretty much, if you brought Michelangelo into the real world and made him human.
They even sound alike.
Yeah, he does the voice.
In the animated series, they even, like, our friend even sounds like him. It's incredible. Yeah, so what was you guys' favorite Ninja Turtle growing up, and has it changed to now? Go ahead and comment that in the comment section or in the live chat, and we'll read them out. My favorite when I was little, Raphael.
Oh, really?
Because he was just
the teen angst.
The teen angst, but also like had the maybe it's because like I have a lot of rage inside me, so I related to that. I was like, yeah, and like he had no patience for anything, didn't want to wait on anybody, and a lot of the times the Virgo in me is kind of like, yes, I want to go.
Just go.
As I got older, I've truly come to appreciate Mikey. in everything he does, and he's just like, and I think a part of that is really also because he's so endearing and he's so much like our friend.
Yeah, true.
That I'm just kind of like, no, he's my favorite.
Yeah.
Reading some of you guys' comments, I see a lot of love for Leo, Raph, Donnie, Leo, Donnie. Nice. Donatello is like the cool, like, I feel like sometimes overshadowed. Because he was seen as the tech guy, but honestly, like, could they have had any of the cool stuff without Donatello?
Nope,
I don't think so.
None of the pizza tank they would have never have had. They would have never had the cool car.
Yeah.
So yeah, Donnie is probably one of. I mean, the blimp. They had the Ninja Turtle blimp.
Yeah.
So yeah, each one of the characters are a vital role in the cartoon, in the movie. And I remember being just blown away with the movie 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I remember my friends and I going out onto the playground during recess and being like, yeah, Ninja Turtles and fighting and doing all that stuff. And then talking about the movie. And then we would just talk about it so much.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And we recently, it's funny that it's 30 years now because we recently saw an episode of The Toys That Made Us, which is on Netflix. And they did an episode. Yeah, they did it so good. It was so like nostalgic. And they did an episode on the Turtles, and they talked to the creators, Kevin Eastman, and I think it was Peter Laird. And it's like kind of incredible. See how it started, where they were just like drawing, and it turned into this whole thing. And they made movies, merchandise.
And they kept the rights for it for so long. And it was just them until, you know, what is it? I can't remember which one of them was just like, okay, you know what? The other guys left. I'm kind of done. I'll sell it for $60 million.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that's a good investment on what you guys did in your basement.
That's so crazy. And I love that
Sorry.
I love that. It's not an earthquake, it's just the camera. I love that at the end of the episode, they actually brought the two of them back together to kind of like meet up, and they were drawing turtles, and I was like, man, I could never draw that good.
The friendship that got torn apart but then brought back together.
Aww.
The Ninja Turtles versus, is that what I saw? Batman on there, and someone else. I thought someone was mentioning
Turtles versus Batman.
If you want to see a good adaptation,
that was the animated, right?
Yeah, the animated version of Ninja Turtles and versus Batman. That is an awesome anime.
I think we saw it at WonderCon last year or the year before. We saw it sometime.
Yeah.
It's not the Batman Ninja one, because we saw that too. We didn't like that one. But we really, really liked the Ninja Turtle and Batman one. And I want to say we have a review on the channel.
Yes.
So if you want to, maybe I'll link that down below when I change the description to after the live stream is over. But what a great franchise. And I think synonymously a lot of people can say, yeah, like Ninja Turtle is a part of their childhood. Okay, should we move on to the next topic?
Yes, next topic.
All right, we're going to talk about some movie delays. There is
so many.
Yeah, just because, you know, with the virus and everything, productions are halted. People are either having to work from home or they can't work at all, and which is unfortunate. And so we're just going to kind of run down what movies have been delayed that we've been reading about on the internet and kind of our thoughts. And you guys as well, we want to hear what you guys think about some of these delays. So just reading
some of them I was really looking forward to. I was like, I can't wait for this movie. Well, now you've got to wait a couple more months. Now you got to wait
even more. Good thing there's streaming services and YouTube and the internet all around. So let's start off with Sony. Their this just hurts to say.
I know.
To say. Ghostbusters Afterlife, they're moving it to March 5th, 2021, a whole year later. It originally was going to come out July 10th of this year. They're also moving Morbius to March 19th of 2021, and that was originally going to be out at the end of July. And then Uncharted, that was going to come out on March of next year. So now it's been pushed even further back to October 8th of 2021.
Oh, man.
So, I mean, this means next year, we're going to get like hella good movies in theaters.
We're just going to get like,
make up for,
we're going to get like 2 years worth of movies all at once.
Yeah.
And we're going to like, we can't see them all.
Yeah. There's some interesting comments that I want to get to after we talk about this. But soon after Sony kind of, announced that these movies are going to be delayed, Universal kind of followed suit, and they are also delaying their movies. And this includes Minions 2: The Rise of Gru to next year. It was originally going to be, I know.
I had a great reaction. I just loved that the trailer that they did for Minions 2.
So fun.
And I'm just like, oh, it's heartbreaking.
I know.
We now have to wait.
So now we really have to go and support all of these movies when they do come out in theaters. So yeah, the Minions 2: Rise of Gru is going to come out on basically, so it was originally slated for this July. So now it's going to be next July.
Oh, wow.
And now that means Sing 2, the sequel to Sing the movie, is also pushed back because July 2021 was when that movie was going to come out. So that got moved all the way to December of 2021. So they're kind of like taking, like, they're just pushing each movie back.
They're just kind of taking all of their movies and going,
move it back, move it back, move it back, move it back, move it back. And
no, bring it back, bring it back.
Bring it back.
Bring it out on streaming.
No, I want them to make the money though. Like for all the filmmakers and stuff, like to have, you know what I mean? To see it on the big screen like that, it's like a sense of, for me, I feel like the filmmakers and the people that are involved in it, like a sense of accomplishment.
Yeah, true.
I would hate for them to be robbed of it. I mean, obviously it's up to the decision of the studio. Finally, we have a delay for the movie Wicked, which is based on the book that is based on the Broadway.
The play,
Broadway,
which is based on the book, and a movie that's based on one or the other.
Yes. So that's been pushed. Well, it originally had a date of December 2021, which is now going to be used for Sing. So now that's off the schedule. We don't know when Wicked the movie is going to come out.
Oh.
Which is like, but I remember people talking about the Wicked movie for years.
Yeah.
And we still haven't seen it yet, this is the time to kind of really hone it, because I don't even think they've cast.
Yeah. Well,
so this is the time to really do your research, find the right people. If it's going to be Kristen Chenoweth and Idina Menzel, I'd be more than happy to see those two Broadway divas.
Not true.
In these roles, because, obviously they can sing. So
as long as, it's not like Cats Plus.
Nothing's ever going to be like that. That was, oh my gosh. Okay, so since we kind of got to this point, let's go ahead and go through some of the chats.
Okay.
And let's see what they're talking about in movies being delayed. And just our thoughts are, obviously it's sad, but it's also obviously for the safety of everybody working on the movie and movie goers to not congregate.
We wouldn't want it any other way, because the opposite is a lot of people get sick and die. So no. This is, even though it's heartbreaking and sad, we still support these decisions.
Yes, and I still want to see them, in theaters. So a lot of people are sad about Black Widow and Mulan. There was a question about Wonder Woman 1984, which they're all pushed back. Yeah. They're all pushed back until whenever, which is sad, but these are the movies I would say, like Mulan, Black Widow, and Wonder Woman, I would not want to see on streaming yet. I would honestly would be okay with waiting for it to hit theaters. Like, I want to see Wonder Woman, just big fight scenes. Black Widow too, big fight scenes on a big screen. Yeah, I don't want to subject myself. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna watch it on like a thing, but
gonna watch it on your phone.
No, don't do that. At least not for the first time. So, Star Drew says that Wonder Woman was still in August. I don't remember the actual release date. If it's in August, we may or may not still see it, but honestly, we don't know about this. Oh, and Jack Robbins actually made a comment about he loved Little Women, and there was actually a fun tidbit that we skipped over about Little Women. So Little Women is now available, I believe, digitally. I think you can watch. I'm actually not sure about that, but on Twitter, I found that people were spotting water bottles, the plastic, like one-used ones, and the steel, like the hydro flask.
Oh,
like,
really?
On set. And you and I watched this movie.
Uh-huh.
I don't recall seeing any water bottles. So somebody out there either has too much time on their hands or ego eyes or a combination of both.
Well, I'm pretty sure right now having too much time on your hands is a common thing.
Yeah, that's true. So, but I just thought it was funny because it's a very Game of Thrones coffee cup all over again.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was hilarious. And while we're talking about movie delays, let's go ahead and pivot over to San Diego Comic-Con. That's one of the hugest events in, I would say, like geek fandom. Everybody goes. You and I have gone multiple years, and it's supposed to happen in July. And they actually tweeted out that they're still hoping that things will be over and done with, and they can still have it in July. What are you guys' thought on this? Because if the threat of our situation is over, how do you feel about attending a Comic-Con where everybody, if you've ever been in like Hall H or just like the floor, you're not like 6 feet away from people.
You're like right up against each other.
Because there's no way to walk. So I
mean, let's say best case scenario, all of this gets wrapped up by the end of May. So that means you're still going to have June and July where people are still nervous. I mean, even if like everything gets cleared up, everyone's like, okay, cool, we're good to go. There's still going to be a lot of that hesitation, and you're going to have a significant drop in attendance in a place like San Diego Comic-Con because it is so packed.
Yeah.
And it is just, the whole, anytime we come home from Comic-Con, we're like, oh, we got the con crud.
We always joke
everyone
about that.
gets sick anyways,
yes.
And everyone's going to be going, you know what? No, I'm just going to play it safe this year.
Yeah.
And so I think that's going to be the big thing.
Let's just say if they do, let's say the crisis is over at the end of May, right? That gives them like about 2 months.
Yeah.
Because it's I think closer to the end of July, like later July this year. I feel that some people are still going to play the caution card and not go. That's certainly the case for me. Right now, if everything was over at the end of this week, miraculously, right? Let's just say for just hypothetically, everything's cleared up, work has reopened, offices, businesses, whatever, all reopened, and I have the option to dine at a restaurant or go to a movie theater at the end of the week, I think I would have like 2 months before I even just out of paranoia, I guess.
Yeah.
Because like I don't want to just in case it happens.
This is something that no one has ever seen before in our lifetime. I think there's maybe like 1 or 2 people that are alive that were born around the time of the 1918 Spanish flu pandemic. So there's people that are 100 and 102, 103. Okay. So that they were just born around that time.
Yeah.
And no one else remembers anything like this. No one has ever had to experience a worldwide shutdown, a worldwide pandemic. So I think this is going to stick in our psyche for quite a while. So I think, July, I don't even see it.
We'll see. We'll see what happens, but I think the attendance will be lower.
Fingers crossed.
I think the attendance will be lower than like past year.
Yeah.
I think some people are going to play the caution card, but there's also going to be some people that really have craved human interactions, or like Comic-Con is like the one trip that they make a year, and that's they're like ride or die, and they have to go. So I know there's,
and they throw caution to the wind.
I mean,
go caution.
Hopefully business do what they feel is best for public health and safety, and you guys use your own best judgments when it comes to that. And I guess we'll have another like conversation about this once we near closer to Comic-Con date and see what happens. I am kind of surprised that they haven't like decided to pull the plug and postpone it or something, because I know Coachella already has, and that doesn't happen until later, right?
I don't know. I never went to Coachella.
I was really bummed. Not that I was going to go to Coachella, but Big Bang was going to perform. If they were going to stream, I was going to, my little K-pop heart was going to be so happy. Dustin witnessed me last year when Blackpink played the first female K-pop group to play.
She was super excited.
He bought me a light stick, my little Blackpink light stick. I had it. I had food, and I just watched it. I was like, nobody bothered me for like the next 45 minutes to an hour. Blackpink is on TV or it's on YouTube, and I am only watching Blackpink. Nobody talked to me. So
it's cute. The little things that the Blackpink pinkers, the black pinkies or blacky, what are they called? What are they fans? Blinks, way off.
Black pink.
Blinks. But they have like these little like hammers that goes ding, ding, ding. Like,
I have it, but I can't. I'll show you guys on Saturday's stream. So if you're watching today and you join us on Saturday, because I have to switch on the battery. That was real.
I'm sorry. Sometimes it just starts, I just start saying words and I'm just like, no, that doesn't make sense that they would call themselves that.
Oh my God, I can't. That was the best thing ever. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next topic, which is we're closing to the end of our little show here. But oh my gosh. Okay, so Hobbs and Shaw, since we're just talking about movie delays, Hobbs and Shaw 2 is actually it's in talks, in production, in development. That's it. It's not in production, in development. Apparently, Dwayne Johnson did a IG live. I don't know what outlet it was for. I couldn't find the source of it. Like I found the article on Screen Rant, but I don't know if it was a Screen Rant IG live. I don't know, but that was like where I saw the article. And in that conversation, he talked about Hobbs and Shaw 2 being in development, which is like,
well, the first one made a lot of money and it got some pretty good reviews and acclaim, and they were like, hey, it's fun, it's a great popcorn flick, which is exactly what all of the Fast and Furious franchise movies are supposed to be. You go there, you don't look for plot, you look for action, you look for cool car stunts, you look for great special effects, and you're just sitting there shoving popcorn in your mouth the entire time, and it gave people that.
Yeah, it really did. So when it does come out, I will 100% see it. Like, I couldn't ask for a more hilarious like team up and more action-packed team up than Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Jason Statham. And I love that it's still kind of within that franchise. So everything you know and love can still kind of be, if one of them don't punch a rocket in the next movie, I don't know. And then it's not real.
Family.
Oh my gosh, we got our first super chat. Thank you, John. Yearly. Yay! We actually activated and we didn't know how to use it until like midnight last night. I was like, how do you do a super chat? And John Airly, let's go ahead and read your comment. Joker was the last film I saw in theaters before this coronavirus thing tested negative. Oh, wait, yay!
Oh, good.
I'm glad you tested.
Negative.
I'm glad that you were just sick. And we hope you're feeling better and that you don't have the Rona, as we like to call it. And looking forward to Wonder Woman 84. Thank you so much for sending that in, John. Thank you so much. What was the last movie we saw in theaters? That was a question that came earlier, and I like completely forgot about it.
Well, you got to see Mulan.
Yes.
And you got to see Onward.
Yes.
All of these movies, I was like, I want to go see them.
Invisible Man.
Invisible Man. That was the last one we saw.
And the theater was so empty. People definitely sat away from each other.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, please don't give us $99. That's way too much. Thank you so much. But and like I just feel bad because I know everybody is in a crisis right now.
Yeah.
$1, $5, $3, that's fantastic. $100, I would feel honestly a little guilty. But thank you so much, John, for your support. We love you. We also saw Sonic. Somebody just said
Sonic the Hedgehog, which was surprisingly good. And I think, honestly, they planned it the way they did. Yeah. I think they originally always had the way that it ended up being theatrically, but they made it to get the buzz and people going, oh, and then when they fixed it, they're like, oh, now I really want to see this movie. And if that's true, I respect them even more because that is a brilliant move.
That's a great marketing move. I just feel that it really was like that bad. The human teeth, I have never gotten over it. It's like seeing Sonic with the nope. Okay. No. And one of our final topics for today, we're going to talk about a new movie that's coming soon to Netflix, and it's called Love, Wedding, Repeat. And I'm going to go ahead and read you guys the little synopsis. So Sam Claflin stars in this as Jack, who's trying to save his sister's wedding, but there is a twist, and the plot is that it's this alternate timeline or universe version of the day where the day repeats itself, but different things happen with different outcomes. Essentially, it's like Groundhog's Day, but with a wedding. What do you think?
It could be good. I guess it all really depends on who the director, the actor, and the writer are. Yeah. When it comes down to it. But it sounds like an interesting premise. And if you can pull off some good comedy, then guess we're going to be watching some more Netflix.
Yeah. It comes out on April 10th, and there is a trailer out there for it. So Dustin and I will be doing a trailer reaction for this, and we'll post it very, very soon, probably sometime this week, so we don't miss the window of opportunity for people to click on it. But it sounds like fun. Tigertail also comes out on April 10th, and that seems like a very opposite of Love, Wedding, Repeat. I think I'm gonna cry a lot during this one. It's about a Taiwanese factory worker who was seeking opportunity in America. He was originally going to come with his girlfriend, but then his boss, who he works for, was like, "Oh, my daughter would like to go to America too. You will take her." And it's like, oh God, no. And it goes from them, you know, basically uprooting their lives, going to a completely foreign country, not knowing anybody, how they're surviving, plus their arranged marriage relationship, how that goes, and them being older. And I think he later meets up with his like original girlfriend and was like, what happened?
Oh, really?
I think that's what the trailer showed. I'm not sure. So I'm very excited to see it. And so that's two things that we get to watch on Netflix on April 10th. There's a comment from Blade GTR. Love, die, repeat. All you need is I do. What a great tag! Like Hollywood.
All you need is man. Oh my gosh.
Pay this man. Yes. Jack Robbins says, "Have you seen Marriage Story?" I have seen it. I saw it at TIFF. We have the DVD. It's on Netflix.
A movie we have to watch.
Yeah, but it's like kind of sad. Oh. It can be. It's real. It talks about relationships. If it works out, if it doesn't work out. And so it's not all like happy and bubble. So we have to find like the right day for a right like mind frame, you know, for us to watch it. It's always
tough though, especially when you're kind of in a depressive state.
Well, you're thinking about what's really happening out there.
Yeah.
But we will get Dustin to it. There's a lot of time that we can watch stuff. So guys, we're gonna go ahead and end our stream for today. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you again, John, for your super chat. We love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. And so we want to remind you that Saturday we will be doing another live stream. It's going to be less structured than this. Just going to be fun. Us talking to you.
Us goofing around, playing some Mad Libs.
We'll show you the dogs.
Some silly stuff, playing with the dogs. So yeah, it's, what is it, Saturday?
Saturdays. At 2 p.m. PT.
Saturdays is going to be like, like you said, very less structured, us just having fun and us doing different things.
Yeah.
So, and also, one question that I want to send out to you guys is that seeing how I am now stuck in quarantine, I have not been able to
I didn't know about this.
A haircut. And I was thinking on anyone who joins us on Saturday to give me thoughts on like what to do with my hair.
Okay.
I'm thinking of just taking like, I have like my beard trimmer and just setting it to whatever the biggest setting is. Like it's like there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Tim Franco joined the chat. Hi, Tim. Oh my God, it's been forever. How are you? Hi.
So, I'm just thinking about cutting all my hair off. So
what about like the hair?
Yeah, the hair.
What are you gonna do? It is really long.
Yeah, it's really long because I don't know how to cut hair. So
nobody knows how to cut hair. Because hair salons are closed in LA, so because it's not essential. So we're at least the one that we go to.
I'm debating on keeping the beard too. This is the longest. This is the longest my beard has ever been.
It looks mighty.
So I know it does have that Captain America. What is that called? Endgame kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
my hair is growing out too, but I don't think I'm anywhere near like having to trim my own hair. Also, it would be disastrous. So I am gonna go nowhere near you with a pair of scissors unless it's a trim. And all you do for the ladies who watch, if you want to trim your split ends, you just get your hair in a section like this, and you see the little parts that stick out. That you see a split end, trim off the very tip. Don't trim the whole strand. Don't go like this, okay? Just take a little thingy, and this is hair cutting with Wendy. So
sorry, I turned the subject to this.
Well, you guys, thank you again so much for watching. For this Friday, we're going to be watching on Disney Plus Onward and Clone Wars. So make sure you check back to our channel for reviews on Clone Wars. We'll probably have to do a batch because there's so many episodes. I think this is episode 6 now. Or 7. There's only 12, so
I was saying we'll probably do like a quick little recap of everything that we have saw, and
maybe the storylines, like the Bad Batch storyline.
Yeah.
And then for Onward, because my review is already out on our channel, we're gonna do a spoiler review for our Patreons, and also a spoiler not spoiler. I don't know how to speak anymore. Blooper version 3 for our Patreon is also going to be uploaded sometime today. So make sure you guys check that out if you are one of our supporters. And we only have 2 tiers. We've set the limit at 2 tiers. We didn't want to do it for any more. Maybe in the future we'll raise it if we have the ability to give you guys more stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But right now it's $1
offer more stuff.
or $3. That's it. So we just don't want to like, you know, ask too much if we can't deliver. So that's why. And you guys, that's it. That's our stream. I would say it was a success.
Yes, go team
for
go.
Our first one with our cool little banner. So you guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. It's just The Movie Couple. If you want to follow us on Instagram, it's at The Movie Couple. If you want to follow us on Twitter, it's at The Movie Couple _. You know where we are on YouTube because you're watching us right now. Make sure you hit that like button. Hit that share button. I was going to say sure for sure. And hit the bell for notification. And you guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. And we will see you next time. Bye. Falcor's snoring. Obviously, we were not entertaining to the dogs at all.
Are you not entertained?
He didn't even wake up.
No.